What if I told you that every image, every symbol, and every number in the tarot wasn't just ink on paper, but a kind of living code? You know, like each card has its own vital pulse, an ancient vibration that can literally alter your consciousness. For centuries, we've looked at the tarot as this mysterious oracle, a tool for predicting the future. But its true purpose, the real secret, goes so much deeper.
So let's just chew on that for a second. What if we've been looking at this incredible ancient system from the completely wrong angle? What if its real power has nothing to do with passively finding out what's going to happen?
And that, right there, is the secret the ancient mystery schools knew. The tarot isn't a script you're supposed to read. It's more like a technology for self-awareness, an alchemical tool for consciously creating your reality. It's not about prediction, it's about creation.
So here's our game plan. We're going to go on a little 5-part journey together. First, we'll blow past the whole fortune-telling idea to see the tarot as a map of the soul. Then, we'll follow the path of energy as it descends into form and then trace its journey back up to consciousness. And finally, the best part, we'll see how you can become the alchemist of your own life.
Okay, first things first, let's get this straight. The tarot was never meant to be a simple parlor game or a party trick. For the ancient initiates, this was serious stuff, a profound form of metaphysical alchemy. They saw each card as a snapshot of a universal process, the journey of divine energy coming down into the physical world, experiencing life through us, and then returning to its source, but bigger, brighter, and more aware. This isn't just a deck of cards, my friends. It's the blueprint of the soul's journey.
Right? And this is the key to unlocking the whole thing. The figures you see on the cards, the magician, the priestess, the emperor, they aren't actual people you're going to meet. They're archetypes. Think of them as universal patterns of energy. So the magician isn't some guy in a robe. It's the power of your creative thought to shape reality. The priestess? She's that deep, silent wisdom inside you, your intuition. These are forces you can awaken within yourself. So how does this map actually work? Well, its whole structure is built on these fundamental, universal laws. You can almost think of it as the operating system for reality itself. And these aren't just, mystical beliefs. This is the metaphysical physics that ancient schools of wisdom saw as the very foundation of creation.
These 3 laws are basically the engine driving the whole system. First up, the law of correspondence. As above, so below. That's just a fancy way of saying your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, is the direct mirror of your outer reality. Simple as that. Then you've got the law of vibration. Nothing is ever still. Everything is moving. Everything has a frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, they're all vibrating. And finally, the big one, cause and effect. The universe always mirrors back the energy you're putting out. The tarot is basically a visual language that helps you consciously work with these laws.
Okay, so let's see how this all plays out. How do those laws actually translate into creating something real? Let's look at the first 4 major portals on this map. These key cards describe the first part of any creative cycle, how divine energy goes from being pure thought into something tangible in the material world. This is the blueprint for how anything, a project, a relationship, a new you becomes real. This lays it out perfectly. It all kicks off with the magician. This is that spark, that pure intention, the power of a focused thought. From there, the energy flows to the priestess. She's the quiet, receptive, intuitive space inside you where that idea can actually take root and germinate. Once the seed is planted, justice steps in. This brings balance, order, applying that law of cause and effect to make sure the creation is stable. And finally, we get to death. Now, don't get spooked. This isn't about a physical ending. It's about energetic transformation, letting go of the old patterns, the old fears, to make room for the new thing to be born. So you see the pattern? Intention, conception, order, and transformation.
But wait, the journey isn't over just because something's been created. The next phase is the ascent. This is the soul's journey of remembering where it came from, its divine nature, and returning to this expanded state of awareness. These next 4 portals are all about the luminous upward part of the cycle.
And now we trace the path back home. The climb starts with the sun, which is just pure truth and clarity. It's that aha moment when your consciousness expands and you really wake up. That awakening leads you to the star. This is cosmic inspiration, synchronicity. It's that magical feeling when the universe just seems to be winking at you, all because your inner vibration is in tune with its flow. Next, you arrive at the world,
which is a state of total integration, of unity, where you just get that everything is connected. And then the cycle completes and starts all over again with the Fool. He's all about absolute freedom, that pure, unshakable trust in the journey. So the path back is revelation, inspiration, integration, and finally, liberation.
Okay, so we have this incredible map. We know the route, but a map is totally useless if you don't actually use it to go anywhere, right? The power of these symbols only really turns on when we stop just analyzing them with our heads and start to feel them as living frequencies inside of us. This is where the theory becomes practice. This is where the rubber meets the road.
And you can start with a super simple daily practice. Find a quiet moment. Pick one of these 8 arcanas, whichever one is calling to you. Don't overthink it. Just look at the image and try to feel the energy it's giving off. Then say its affirmation. And don't just say the words, feel them. Speak it from your heart like you mean it. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to the vibration behind them. This is how you start to consciously tune your energy to these powerful cosmic forces.
And really, this brings us to the core of it all. The whole point of this metaphysical map, of these portals of power, is to shift you. To shift you from being a passive passenger in your life to being the conscious author of your story. The power was never in the cards, it's in the cosmic memory that they wake up inside of you.
So the next time you see a tarot card, don't ask the old question, what does my future hold? Ask a much better question. Look at the magician or the priestess or the sun and ask yourself, what part of me, what divine energy inside of me is ready to awaken today? Because that is the true purpose of the tarot, to reveal the creator that's been sleeping within you all along.